Welcome back once again to Cryptotica. So, how are you all doing this Tuesday afternoon? It's quite a doomsday out in my location right here in New Delhi, guys. It's completely pitch black dark, which is why I'm using this crazy amount of artificial lighting right here because the video would have been completely bullshit otherwise, right? And this is one of those days when most of the Indians they do come out in their balconies with their pakoras and chais in their hands and they just try to enjoy this season out there. Are we trying to do that? Maybe we try to do that by the evening because you can take the tradition out of an Indian, but you can't take the fundamentals out of an Indian, right? And certainly chai and pakoras are in our tradition, guys. So hit that like if you are gonna go for that chai and pakoras for this day itself. With that said, let's take a look at some TA on Ethereum long-term trends. So this is going to be the guppy indicator on Ethereum, guys. Now this is one of the reasons why most of the altcoin market is looking completely fine in the 3-day time frame itself. Now essentially remember all those warning signs were happening in the 4-hour and the 12-hour time frame itself. And what essentially happens that these small time frames they do extrapolate into big time frames, right? What essentially happened is that we did never took out the previous lows of all the wicks of the 3-day candle closures right here, and essentially which is why we are still in a trending motion, which is why in the time frame like a 3-day time frame itself most of the altcoins are holding their structures fine. So just like a $42,500 levels on Bitcoin itself, you can talk about $3,000 to $2,900 levels on Ethereum, as that region is kind of similar in terms of the structure as well as the price action. And well, to be honest with you, Ethereum did try to retest the 618 out of this entire bearish retracement to the downside, and well, we are technically kind of trending alongside this entire 6-minute extension right here, and until we are closing 3-day candles with confidence, essentially want to close a 3-day candle above $3,300 once again for your immediate trend continuation move to the upside. But until we are doing, until we are, I don't know, guys, look, until the RSI is above 60 and until the price action is hovering above $3,000 with the TSI being towards the upside, having a bullish cross, the structure and the price action on ETH is completely fine. We can refine that out in the daily time frame itself. As if you jump into the daily, you can see that this is turning out to be a squeeze, guys. This one is turning out to be a squeeze, right? And on the video, which had the crazy market warning signs and all that, let me just get rid of the guppy indicator and let's just simply talk about the price action structure. It was the breakdown. It was a potential breakdown of the 21 exponential on the daily time frame itself, which never really happened, guys. We simply eclipsed this bearish candle with one single bullish candle, and holy crap, this Ethereum trend has been quite volatile, guys. Remember, on a 24-hour cycle you are looking at a 10% volatility on Ethereum. So remember, if you're trading your shitcoins, if you're in the market to trade your favorite shitcoins on some high stakes trading on Binance futures, you will most likely face a lot of turbulence, right? A lot of turbulence. So what is going to work in these kind of environments? Your risk appetite, your risk management, your risk tolerance, guys. Do not forget these things, because if you are forgetting these things, most likely you will repeat the mistakes again and again. Let me just tell that to you one more time. You have to formulate a system for yourself where you feel comfortable trading the market, right? You feel in your zone. Essentially try to build a zone for yourself according to, I don't know, the market volatility maybe, or the RSI or the TSI. This is an edge, guys. This is how you define your edge as a trader, right? And if your stomach is not capable of holding 10% volatility on Ethereum itself, most likely you should refrain from trading any altcoins for that matter, right? Because it's going to be volatile, guys. It's going to be really volatile. So I think we can refine that around the 4-hour time frame itself, and we can see how the volatility has to expand from zero, guys. This is something which is quite just right at my nerves, and I have been putting a lot of focus into Ethereum's price action, guys. And with this rejection coming in the 4-hour time frame itself, now this is telling us that Ethereum is not yet ready for that continuation move to the upside. But this kind of price action structure looks fine to me as a whole, to be honest with you guys. Now until we are situating any 4-hour closes above, now the stakes have come down into $3,000 levels, right? Earlier it was at, I guess, $2,900 levels, but we can talk about this one as your potential higher low if you compare the price action structure to the previous low itself, which is why until Ethereum is going to be trending above $3,000. Now, guys, once again, holy shit, it's been a constant ramble of the same situation over and over again, ever since this point right here, guys. I remember it was the first week of August, and this was the weekly candle close of the August, where I was talking about how $3,000 on Ethereum is completely relevant, and this is going to be holding the most of the price action structure for most of the crypto assets, most of the altcoins right here, and still the same. It's still the goddamn same, guys. This is boring as hell, and which is why the volatility has completely shaved off to zero. Which is why Ethereum most likely could explode pretty soon, guys. This is what happens. You brew up that momentum in the market, you chop the hell out of most of the traders in the market, and you go for those directionless behavior all throughout the days, and when your volatility comes into completely zero, which is why, guys, we're right there. We could be just breaking down anytime. We could be just simply continuing our trend to the upside at any point in time from this moment onwards, guys. Now, essentially, I do not want to see any 12-hour closing. Now, this is going to be your, let's just say, very clear-cut risk management on Ethereum and most of the altcoins itself, which is going to be this one right here, not Solana. Certainly not Solana, guys. This Solana's trend is on a different dimension altogether. We'll talk about Solana pretty soon in this video itself, but yes, this is pretty clear to my eyes right here. You do not want to see any 12-hour closure below, let's say, $3,050 levels flat, because if we do that, we're going to be testing these levels once again, and that would mean that we are kind of destructing our higher low structures, right, which has been there ever since this bottom was been put at $1,700, guys. Remember, we're still in that motion. We're still in that. Now you can talk about these kind of chops going on again and again, right? But still, essentially, your bigger part of the structure is at $3,000, guys. This is going to be your first warning sign that yes, Ethereum is breaking below $3,050 levels, which means that potentially we're going to be testing the lower side of 3,000 once again, and if we start closing 12-hour candle below that, it's going to most likely vanish. This is most likely going to evaporate. But 3-day is what I'm going to be putting a lot of attention into, guys, because the moving average exponential and the price action trend and the guppy indicator as well is looking completely fine, guys. I do feel that bulls have their edge in this price action, right? Buyers have their edge in the price action. So even if we wick all the way down to $3,000, $2,900 levels, and still we do not close any 3-day candle below this structure right here, which is going to be, let's just talk about this candle closing structure right here, guys. I think this is also one of the relevant structures in the 3-day opening and the closing basis, which is going to be $31, $35 levels, right? Now, various levels. Essentially, just to summarize this entire thing to you guys, you don't want to see Ethereum closing 12-hour candles below $3,000 once again, because if that happens, most likely we test the lower side with Bitcoin going back into $42,000 levels, guys. And essentially, until we're holding 3,000, most likely this is a reaccumulation, and we are setting in for a little reset of most of the oscillators in the 3-day and the daily and even the 12-hour itself, and most likely with any resolution, with any bullish engulfing or any bearish engulfing candle will confirm the trending bias, will confirm the directional bias, and most likely the trend which emerges from zero on the volatility lasts for some time. It is going to last for some time, right? Okay, I don't think we have much to talk about on the 4-hour time frame itself, but it's pretty much clear that how we are formulating our higher low structures right here. I will be putting a lot of focus into $3,000 flat, guys. Now that is the zone of control. That is the area of control for most of the crypto assets right here in our market, right? Until then, Ethereum is hovering fine on these levels, but this is something which scares me. Okay, with that said, let's jump on to Sol USD from FTX. This is where it got listed first, guys. FTX. Alright, so here's the thing. Now this one is up 23,000%. Holy ballsack right here. Okay, now that's crazy. That's complete madness, right? Okay, if we talk about this reaccumulation, are we at 6618? Not yet, but this one is poised to do something. Like Solana is pulling off a theta, guys. Solana is pulling off a theta right in front of our eyes. Let's just put both of these charts together real quick and let's see what's happening in terms of the price action comparative behavior. Let's take away everything. Let's take out everything. Let's talk about the 3-day, and we're going to talk about theta on the USD pair on Binance. I think this one has most of the history. I don't think so. It has most of the history, but let's take a look at this entire reaccumulation zone. Yes, this one resolved at 6618. This one topped at 6618, right? Although the price action structure is not the same, although the fundamental nature of both of these assets is not the same, guys. Now remember, let me tell you one thing right here. Solana fundamentally is way more valuable than Theta can even imagine, guys. Holy crap, we can have millions of Theta networks on Solana blockchain as a whole, right? Now remember, this is a layer 2 protocol on top of Ethereum itself. It's a content delivery platform, guys. It's a YouTube. It's kind of like a YouTube on blockchain, right? Theta is that, content delivery on blockchain, which is completely different fundamentally from Solana blockchain itself, guys. This is a layer 1 protocol. Now you can build crazy amount of applications on top of Solana. Essentially whatever Ethereum does, this one is doing with 65,000 times efficiency, right? Which is why we need this one right here in our left hand side. And guys, look, if we just talk about the price action comparative, remember, all throughout the best of the bull runs, Theta did a 66% extension coming from the COVID capitulation reaccumulation, guys. And essentially this was your, all right, now I think the COVID capitulation was not this one. COVID capitulation was right here for Solana itself. And if we just talk about this price action structure, which we are not going to do anyway, but yes, let's just take a look at this one. Okay, it's far beyond, look guys, it's far beyond the numbers that I can put in my charts as well, right? Let's just see if we can put in 100, 618 for that matter. And let's see if that is actually the case. Okay, we are beyond 100, 618. Let's put 200, 618, which means that we are 200x, guys. Look, all right, let me just not confuse you guys right here. From the bottom to the top, we are more than 200x, right? Solana has done more than 200x in the market. Let's just talk about the small time frame price action structures now, because this is like a crazy behavior. And for that matter, let's just reference this one and let's put in a good piece of resistance from a completely Fibonacci perspective, from a Fibonacci price discovery perspective. That is going to be coming in at $200 flat, which is going to be the 10x from the reaccumulation lows that Solana formulated for 3 to 4 months, with the entire market consolidating on these levels, right? And now let's put in another Fibonacci level of, I don't know, hocus pocus right here. So 2618 right here. Alright, the 3-day is going to be closing in the next 17 hours, and if we do that above the 2618, most likely we are paving our way towards 4236, guys. Remember, watch the video from Solana ecosystem. I was talking about how Solana is most likely going to $500, guys. We have been talking about that shit coming from these price points right here, and this one is playing out in our favor as of now, right? Let's take a look at the volatility as well for that matter, and then we'll talk about the common points, common Fibonacci points. We don't see any common Fibonacci points between 6618 and this reaccumulation's resolution to the upside, right? We don't see any common point right here, but the best guess could be between the 786 and the 4236 price zone. This entire zone essentially, guys. Anything above 6618 could be your potential target, could be your potential profit taking target, right? And the 107,648 is at $400 Solana, guys. $400 Solana. Now, why are we anticipating a $500, $400 Solana right here, guys? Because BNB did something like that, right? Now that is not the only reason. Let's try to dissect, let's try to talk about this entire thing as a whole together, right? So BNB, Binance Coin, had a circulating supply of, I believe, 180 million when it was making that run all the way towards 700 USD, guys. Holy crap! I think that BNB's market capitalization. Let's take a look at. All right, let me just create one more layout for a little reference. So BNB. Market capitalization of BNB. Let's take a look at that. So this one topped out at, okay guys, now this one went all the way for 100 billion evaluation, right? Okay, so the calculations behind this entire market capitalization, I don't think you should put a lot of weight into this one, because the calculations behind this is the circulating supply multiplied by the asset value, guys. This is how this one is being calculated, and I don't think that it's a good metric, to be honest with you. But yes, so far so good. This one is telling us a lot of clear signs. So let's take a look at this one. So BNB DeFi and BNB NFT market space, BNB X, look, BNB has a crazy ecosystem. And yes, if we talk about the speed coming from Binance Smart Chain, yes, it's good, but it cannot be compared with Solana, guys. It's just, Solana is beyond most of the blockchains which are working as of now, right? So if we just take a look at the total market capitalization, this one went all the way towards $110 billion as a valuation as a whole, when BNB was printing in $700 market top, right? So let's take a look at Solana. Do we have Solana market capitalization? Yes, we do have Solana's market capitalization, which is still under gap fill. Now come on, guys, come on, talk about gap fill on market capitalization on Solana. That would be crazy, guys. That would be crazy, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the 100 billion evaluation coming in at Solana from these exact levels, right? These exact levels. So which is going to be about more than a 200% move to the upside. The 211% move to the upside. If we talk about the price action comparative right here, 211% move to the upside could bring Solana somewhere alongside these levels, guys. Somewhere alongside $400 levels per Solana itself, which is going to be a fair evaluation. Now, okay, so BNB went to $700. Solana's target is situated at $400. Now, why is that, guys? I think it's pretty much simple. BNB's circulating supply when it was printing in an all-time high was 180 million BNBs, right? And for that matter, Solana's circulating supply as of now is almost 300 million. It is almost 300 million, guys. It's almost 300 million, which is why if you just talk about the price action magnitude, I think we can extend our targets all the way towards 400, maybe 350 to $400 zones if we talk about the coming days on Solana itself. And this is just a vague comparison to BNB, guys. Remember, you have to keep one thing in your brain, is that markets are always going to be uncertain. Even if you talk about these kind of price action targets on Solana, you have to take care about your downside, guys, which can emerge at any given point of time. You know the goddamn nature of our crypto market, right? The downsides can emerge anytime, and they are going to be brutal every single time, which is why, guys, look, you do not have to be blindly bullish on any crypto asset, right? You have to constantly manage your risk as we progress to the upside. Now, for the entire, I don't know, guys, look, I think in these days right here, I was short on Solana against BTC, and yes, that trade went fine, guys. Now this one went about 65%, whereas Solana against BTC did a good job in coming all the way towards downside areas, guys. I think Sol BTC, let's talk about the Sol BTC price action target real quick on the right hand side right here. And this video is going to be a lot of technical analysis, hocus pocus. All right, guys, so this is what happened. This is where I took a short position on Solana against BTC, and on the way to the upside, this is where I got stopped out. I'm not going to be kidding, I'm not going to be lying. My downside targets for Solana, believe it or not, was somewhere alongside the previous all-time high right here. I'm not going to kid. I'm not going to lie to you guys right here. But this is what I was expecting right here. With most of the crypto market just simply rolling to the downside. But what happened was completely different, guys. Now, had I been completely involved in my emotions, and had I been just scaling into my short positions again and again, it would not have been a pretty situation for me as of now, right? It would not have been nice. So, guys, this is why you keep on moving your stop losses, right? And let me be completely honest, guys. This is where I established a good short position in the market, and this is where it went. It just came all the way down here, and this is where I started removing my position, right? And I was completely confident about the fact that most of the market will completely keep on rolling to the downside until we get into a reaccumulation range. But Solana right here did something completely opposite from the rest of the market, right? And which is why, guys, right at this breakout, when this one was breaking out, most of my trailing stop losses were getting hit. Did I get liquidated in the market? No, heck no. I was shorting this asset with, I don't know, guys, it was no leverage altogether, guys. It was 0.3 or maybe 0.2x leverage out of my Solana's holding, guys. This is how you manage risk, right? I know a lot of you guys out there are really fond of high stakes trading. I know most of you guys do want to go ahead with Binance futures trading and want to hit that 100x leverage long position in the market and nail those 100% moves to the upside so that you can become a millionaire overnight with $100 equity, right? Well, guess what? It's not going to happen. It is not gonna happen. I'm gonna tell this thing to you guys with all the honesty I have. Yes, I was in the same mindset, guys. Look, crypto markets have all the instruments available to you to get wrecked. All right, believe me on that one. And Binance is the place where everybody is getting butchered every single day, guys. Binance has a trading desk on their own, guys. Holy crap. I don't know, guys, if there is an investigation going on or not, but I'm not going to say anything on that. But look, guys, look, what essentially happens that whenever you are running a trading desk on your own platform, you have access to the order books. you know the resting bids and all that. So guys, if anybody is trying to trade on Binance just by looking at the order books, stop doing that. That is the worst behavior you can ever have as a trader, as a crypto trader, guys. It might work in stock markets, but it's not going to work here, because most of the exchanges have a monopoly going on, and most of the exchanges do have access to all the order books. All right, they obviously have the access to all the order books, but the trading desks also have access to everything, all the data. So retail is getting clear-cut butchered every single day on Binance itself, right? Okay. So with that said right here, let's talk about the price action structure coming from BTC itself, right? Now, if we take a look at the 200% price action movement coming from this point right here, we can talk about a potential $400 Solana coming pretty soon, right? What about the BTC pair accumulation right here? What about this one right here? What about this one? Let's take a look at this one, guys. Let's just assume that Bitcoin is going to be situated above $42,500 until Solana is finishing its move to the upside. Holy crap, this is quite similar, guys. The BTC pair and the USD pair are looking completely similar in terms of the price action behavior coming from this entire reaccumulation, right? Completely similar. So essentially, Solana is dominating. Most of the crypto assets in the market right here. USD up, BTC up, most likely Solana against Ethereum is also going to be towards the upside, right? Okay, so this one is above 2618. The USD pair is also above 2618. And if we talk about, I don't know, guys, the 10764 extension, I think the 200% move to the upside is at, yes, 10764. If you talk about similar kind of structure, do we have, yes. So essentially, that is going to pull Solana all the way towards, wow, 7,600,000 Satoshis per Solana. Holy crap. Now that is mad. That is completely mad, guys. That is crazy. Crazy evaluation right in front of my eyes. Holy shit. This is coming from 4,000 Satoshis, guys. Whoa. This is what our crypto markets are capable of. And alright, this is one of the good case studies that you can have for your long-term trading career, right? Just take a look at this thing, guys. This is what happens. You do not underestimate the amount of money that can be poured into crypto assets. You do not underestimate that, guys. And also, you cannot underestimate the technological adoption even within our goddamn crypto market as a whole, guys. This is crazy. Look how good technologies are getting accumulated, and look how good technologies are just simply getting used every single day, right? And this is what happens, guys. This is what a supply shock looks like in a year worth of cycle, in a year worth of price action right here. So yes, this is less than a year itself. And what have we done as of now? We have done a 4,000% move to the upside against Bitcoin, which is up 10x in the market already from the bottoms. This is what happens, guys. So essentially, remember these kind of things. And as time progresses, I do not think that this blockchain as a whole is going to be the only dominant blockchain to exist out there, guys. Look, these are trends. We are here as traders. We have to take profits. We have to make money from these trends and put into other technology which are probably going to pick up in the future, guys. This is what we have to do. We do not have to marry them. We don't have to date them. We don't have to be perma bulls on anything, right? We have to have objectives. We have to enter with objectives, and we have to exit with objectives. It's as simple, guys. Now this is good clear cut example right in front of our eyes, guys. 1 year worth of holdings can bring you wonders, can simply do you wonders. Solana did do wonders for me, and I did took out a huge chunk of position right here at $50, guys, where I was trying to get short on the market itself. But yes, this is where I'm going to be completely honest. $50 is where I just took out major chunk of my Solana, and I still have Solana. Yes, I'm holding Solanas for that matter, and I am still targeting for a $400 Solana, where I'm going to be completely sitting out of the market for maybe this bull cycle as a whole, guys. I think this is what at least I plan to do. And if we just keep on extending to the upside, guys, I don't know, look, most likely this price action will get into a bubble burst kind of situation, right? It's going to get into, what's that term? I'm just complete blow off top. So, my bad. So this kind of price action, what essentially happens in the market is that whenever you go for these exponential rises to the upside, you end up with a blow off top. Alright, guys, now this is what I've seen in crypto markets. Honestly, 90% of the times you do end up with a blow off top, right? So which is something which could potentially happen on Solana. BTC, Solana, USD itself is a blow off top coming down the line. I don't know, guys, it can be at any level, right? We are just estimating. We are just trying to compare. We're just trying to have a thesis behind our holdings right here, which is why we are comparing this one to BNB. And I think it's a fair comparison, guys. I do believe that, yes, comparing Solana to BNB is a fair comparison as a whole, which is why we're doing it right here. and which is why we have 10.764 as a target. So before I end this video, let's quickly take a look at Sol against ETH, and let's see what's all right. UB OKEX. There's two exchanges offering Solana ETH pairs right here. We don't have any history coming from Huobi itself. Let's take a look at Sol ETH on OKEX. Alright, so yes, this is certainly way more bullish than BTC pair itself, guys. Holy shit. Alright, so why do I say this? Just take a look at the magnitude of the higher lows which were being print on Solana against Ethereum itself, guys. This is good looking piece of higher low structure right here. Way more aggressive, guys. Just take a look at the slope of the reaccumulation right here. Whereas this one was kind of flat, right? We had a flat base price action and then we went for that exponential move to the upside. Whereas take a look at this one. Holy shit. Ethereum maximalists have to, have to be worried about high performance blockchains coming into fruition. Right now, this is looking nice, guys. Solana against Ethereum is looking completely fine, to be honest with you. It just wants to roll to the upside. And this is as clear as it can get. Holy crap. Just take a look at these contact points. Precise as fuck, guys. This is crazy. And just we're simply going out of this reaccumulation, simply trending to the upside. No one can know where the top is at. No one will ever know where the bottom is always going to be at. But let's just take a look at the Fibonacci projections coming at this one as well, and talk about the 10764 sitting in at 0.1234 Ethereum per Solana. Now that's going to be crazy. Is it 200? Yes. Alright, guys, so with that said, I think I'm going to be winding up this video right here. This was a lot of technical analysis. This was this was a crazy amount of TA on Solana and Ethereum as well. I hope you found some value coming from this video itself. If you did, hit that like and hit that subscribe, guys. Hit that subscribe. I can't believe it. Every single day I'm trying to check those statistics coming from my YouTube studio itself, and it looks to me like 35% of you do not want to subscribe to this channel. You do not want to subscribe to this channel or something like that, but you do want to watch this video every single day. Now that's kind of crazy, right? So hit that subscribe, guys. Holy shit, this is just gonna help me out and just gonna help me put better content out for you guys. All right. So with that said, I'm gonna catch all of you in the next video tomorrow itself. Bye for now.